Hi, it's Carolyn Showalter here. You might recognize me from CC Connected, where my username is cjshowalter, and I've uploaded many things for foundations and essentials. And this is going to be my first year being the essentials tutor on campus. So I wanted to do a quick video about how I organized my guide, my 5th edition essentials guide. So this is my 5th edition, volume 1, and I've chosen to use disc binding. This is a Happy Planner brand, but you can use, there's many different brands that use this style of binding now, and Office Max even makes their own, which is called, I think it's called TUL, Toll. Anyway, excuse me, an itch. So I had the Happy Planner. Okay, so the story is that I already had the Happy Planner rings, and I already had the Happy Planner binding punch. So this didn't cost me anything. All I had to do was just laminate the cover, and I reused the cover from the back cover from the 4th edition, and that was my guides. This is my punch. Okay, so this is the pink one that has 11 slots here for the punch shape that's like this, and you need to get the 11 hole one because the blue one only has 9 holes, and you need to have the one that does the full sheet of paper. So that's the only thing to note if you're going to get the Happy Planner brand punch. But I have to warn you that it is very expensive just to buy it. If you already own it and already have it and already use it, then it's wonderful. But if you're just thinking, oh, that's a neat alternative to spiral binding, it's really expensive. And obviously, if I wasn't a tutor, since this is exactly how I like this setup, I would just spiral bind this. It's easy, you know, it's a little bit thicker than what I'd like, but I don't want to divide it into 3 volumes. That'd be a little bit too much. 2 volumes is still really thick, but 3 volumes would be a good thickness, but it would still be 3 volumes. Anyway, this way I only have to deal with 1 book per week and 1 section per week. So this is the curriculum. What I did was I took this is a little bit complicated, but it's now that it's set up, it's fine. I took the analytical task solution sheets and I rescanned the pages that overlapped so I could divide it by week, and then I put those weeks back at the end of each lesson, and then I divided that whole book into 2 volumes, so 1 through 12 and 13 through 24, and they're both set up the same. So they have duplicate pages, so I don't have to transfer anything from one to the other. It's all set up. So each volume has the analytical task in detail section, and all the charts in page protectors, and a section for my handwritten notes, which I can show you really quick. Everything's marked with these little tabs. So here's my notes. And then everything has a tab on it. As you can see, a week 1 is missing because that one is in my tutor planner. So this is my little tabs. That's all I needed. I don't need those really thick dividers, which take up this much space in a binder. I had to scan those because they had the inspirational verse on them. So I scanned those and I included them back in here just as loose leaf paper. But to be honest, they did not scan very well and they're not very readable. So I don't know how much use I'm actually going to get out of those. But anyway, so each volume is set up the same. So this is volume 1 is the original cover with the curriculum. Volume 2 is a cover that I photoshopped so that it's visually different. So I actually visually wrote volume 2 on here and put an overlay on the compass image so that it looks different than volume 1. So I know I'm dealing with the right volume, and it's got weeks 13 through 24, and this one has the glossary in it. So this one has glossary, and this one's going to have the spelling, but they're pretty much the same. So that's how I did it. I did it with This is just an alternative to spiral binding, an alternative to using a binder. And it's still flexible. It still has the flexibility of a 3-ring binder because you can take pages out, you can put pages back in, you can rearrange things if you need to. Like I have my notes separate. I might want to integrate the notes back into each week. I don't know, maybe I don't. So I can have that flexibility for the future, and it's something I already had on hand. My sister actually gave me these rings, so I didn't even have to buy the rings, except that I did because the other set I had was hot pink. I didn't want to have a hot pink binding ring, so I went ahead and bought the gold binding ring so that they would both match. So that's the only thing I paid for when I bound my 5th edition. Oh, this is so heavy, you guys. This is so much. This is what it looks like when you integrate the ATS solution pages back in with the lesson and then divide it into 2. So this is a lot. But it's also 2 copies of all the charts, and so that's extra pages. Okay, so I hope you like that alternative idea to a binder.